Alright guys, today we're going to be working on bars and balance. So our goal is to be able to climb up on top of a rail about waist high. But if you're having problems finding these, you can even pick up some ground rails from our website. These can work for today's lesson as well. The second part of our course will be working on bars. You can use a pull-up bar to hang on or even a wall if you're having problems finding a bar. And if you guys do have the right equipment, we're going to have you practice your LACHE release, which is one of my favorite moves and is tricky to get down. So make sure you spend a lot of time on it. All right, to get ready for today's lesson, I'm gonna have you guys practice some sideways balance. You'll be standing parallel with the bar with your toe and heel on top. Michael's looking down at the front of the rail to help keep his concentration. You'll use your arms and leg to counterbalance. I want you guys to stay up there for 30 seconds. If that only takes you one time, awesome. If you have to break it up into pieces, go for it. Anything less than 5 seconds doesn't count though. Next up, we're going to be practicing our forward balance. Michael will come down here into QM, and once he has his balance, he'll pull his fingers off. Nice. Once you guys are feeling comfortable in this position, you're welcome to start moving up. Careful not to lose your balance though. Once we get to full standing, feel free to step off the bar. Now that we're feeling comfortable in our forward balance, I'll have you guys start from the top, and we're going to come all the way down into a rail squat, only touching our fingers if we need them, and then pulling ourselves back up. I want to see you guys do 10 rail squats. You can do them with the finger assist if you need. For today's lesson, your goal is to be able to get up and get back down from a bar that's about waist height. If you're having problems finding these, we can still use ground rails. However, the challenges are most applicable on a rail about waist height. Don't go any higher though, because the falls can be hazardous. Up first, I'm going to have you guys try out one of our easiest ways to get on top of a bar, and that's using a QM position called cat balance. You pick your hands up first and then bring all 4 limbs onto the bar. If you guys find that you're feeling pretty stable here, you can even try taking steps along the bar. Make sure that you're moving your opposite hand and opposite foot at the same time. Next, I'm going to have you guys practice getting into our rail squat position. We'll come up to the bar and use our step vault position with one hand and one foot on the rail. Careful not to have your arms and legs too far, or it's too tricky to pull your middle leg up behind. Once you're in your rail squat, try and hold this position for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and pull one hand back to the bar to lower yourself down. Now that we're feeling comfortable on top of the bar, we'll go into our same rail squat position, and you're welcome to practice standing up. Take it slow, watch out for losing your balance. If you make it to the top, take a couple steps along the rail. If you start losing your balance, squat down low, get your hands on the bar as quick as you can, and use them to lower your feet back down. For today's challenge, I want you guys to spend 2 minutes up on top of the bars. Look around for an area where you have more than one bar coming together to increase your stability and make this a little easier on yourself. You can balance in any of the positions we've learned today, from the step vault, the rail squat, cat balance, nice catch, standing balance, or even take a few steps if you're feeling good up top. Good up top. That sounds so bad. For our level 3 challenge, we're going to move higher than our waist high limit earlier. You guys will start off hanging below the bar and find your way up on top into standing balance. This move can have high consequence, so make sure you're always ready to grab the bar and lower yourself back down if you lose your balance. If you're having problems getting up there, one of the simplest techniques we can use is a leg swing. You'll hook one leg, use your straight leg to swing yourself up on top, and from there you'll continue with your rail squat top out. To match up with our balancing skills, we're gonna spend some time underneath the bars. I'll have you guys first start off hanging. Nice. Once we're feeling strong, we're gonna start off with small hand switches. If your grip's holding out, you can make these longer and longer, spending more time on one arm. If you guys make it to the full one arm hang, this is an awesome milestone. Nice. Go ahead and drop. For our next round, I'm gonna have you guys practice grip switches, starting in normal grip, switching to supinated, and then coming back. I wanna see about 10 of these, but you can do them in multiple sets if you need to break it up. If you're having a hard time finding a bar to hang on, we can also use a wall for some of these skills. Practicing our cat hang, to build our grip strength, and letting our feet come down into a full hanging position to get as close to the normal hang as we can. And if you guys are able to make it outside and find some good equipment, you can practice your brachiation, going from one side of a bar to the other. This is our shimmy technique, using our hand switches to slide ourselves across. Next up, we're gonna see ape swing, moving hand over hand like you're on the monkey bars. Perfect. And if your guys' bar is a little lower, you can practice some sloth hang. Hooking your legs up on top to give your arms a break and climbing all the way across. I recommend making yourself a little course. Find a spot where you can hop up on the bars and make it across the lava pit before you drop down on the other side. For our challenge here, we're gonna start off with a little bit of swinging, holding on with both hands and rocking back and forth, using our feet to kick back as we swing back and forwards as we swing forward. Keep your eyes always on your toes and careful not to swing out further than 45 degrees apart from the bar. You can see Michael making a diagonal off the side. That's as much swing as you need. Before we get started on our full lache, I want to see a 180 lache release. So you'll swing forward, let go with one hand and cross your feet for a 180 lache. All right, a little more detail on our lache release. I like to think of it as two parts, our hands and our feet. Starting off, the lache release actually goes one hand at a time. So as you swing, you'll let go with one hand a little early so that you can keep your eyes on your toes, and then you'll throw the bar behind you. In order to practice this, you'll want to find a low bar, walk your feet out in front, and then throw your arms behind you to pull yourself back up onto your feet. One more time, the hand on the lache. As we swing, one hand comes off, we're watching our toes, back hand throws so that we can land up standing straight. All right, we also have to talk about the feet. In a lache, it's very important that you reach this arch position in your backswing and are ready to kick your feet as you go forward. This is where most of our power comes from in the lache, and you should watch your toes as they cut underneath you and kick out in front. It's also important on these bigger laches that our arms are ready for that throw to be very fast and very strong, because if you don't release quick enough or hard enough, your chest will be behind your hips, leading to you falling towards your back. All right, so looking over our skills for today, your homework is to spend some time hanging on a bar or a wall if you can't find it. Once you guys are up on the bar, your goal is to be there for 30 seconds to a minute. Hitting 30 seconds hanging is an awesome achievement, but a full minute is what you'll need to have the grip strength for bigger power moves like the laches you saw earlier. If you guys do have a bar you can swing from, practicing over here and doing a few simple releases to throw those arms back and get used to the timing, I'd recommend do as many as 15 of these as part of your homework, because it really is innate skill that you just learn by feeling.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. As you know, laches are one of my favorite skills to do in the gym. I love doing lache Old Faithful over there, as you guys, some of you have seen. It is important though, when you guys are doing laches, you keep it small. Make sure you don't go too big too soon. And also, if you want to record yourself, that'd be great, and send it to us. We would love to see what you guys got. Other than that, make sure you guys are staying safe and having fun out there.